Good morning, restylers and upcyclers. Happy Saturday. It is here in Chicago. It is a very gloomy, gray Saturday. I was really hoping for some sunshine today, but thumbs down on that. Today is Saturday. I'm coming to you a little bit earlier than normal because the month of November has the holiday, and normally my live would fall on that Saturday prior to the holiday. And I just thought, with the holiday and everything, people being super busy, I didn't want to do a live, and I didn't know if I was going to be around, and then I would end up having to do the live while I was traveling, and I didn't want to do that. So that's why I'm a little bit early. I normally do these every 4 weeks, but we're here today, and I'm looking forward to you guys joining. If you join, tell me who you are, where you're from, and what you're interested in learning. I did get a couple of requests on, hey, Shirley, welcome. You made it. I gotta look for your email because I gotta get you your prize. If you're new here, every month I go live, and I try to, just have some conversation, answer questions. Like I said, I got a few suggestions, so I'm going to start there. But good morning, Afeminame. Aisha, Margie, Shirley, hey, from New York. All right. And North Carolina, New York, one of my favorite places. Can't wait to get back there and do some more thrifting and shopping. Hopefully I'm getting back there before the end of the year because I want to go. I saw something yesterday on Instagram, and I guess the Louis Vuitton store has opened up, and it's got the whole like monogram thing on the outside. I gotta see that. Let's see. Good morning from Florida. Hi, Marina. Oh, Maria. And Shari. Hey, Shari in Chicago and Philly. Yay. Welcome. Angel, denim and leather maxi skirts. Ooh, yes. And I have some leather that I have been sitting on for so long. And I keep thinking I'm going to start working on it towards the end of the summer so that I could have it finished for the fall. And I have not had a chance to do that. So yes, we love some leather. Fort Lauderdale. Hi, Freddie from Fort Lauderdale. Let me see who else we got here. Did I miss anybody? Welcome. All right. So one of the ideas or suggestions that I received was to talk about patterns. So I'm going to spend okay, no. We're not doing that. Come here, say good morning to the people. Say good morning. Say hi. Say, I'm Jinx. I'm baby Jinx, and I bark a lot. So, but one of the suggestions that I got was about patterns and working with patterns. And I think I'm going to spend a little time on that today. And then, Angel, if you can tell me, like, what about denim and leather maxi skirts, wanting to know how to make them, want to know how to work with the fabrics, let me know a little bit more specifics. The bucket hat, leather bucket hats. Now that would be cool. That's something I could get with, leather bucket hats. Okay. I recently created a dress out of denim, and I used a pattern to create a portion of it. And you guys will probably recognize it if you follow my shorts. Then you saw something that looks similar to this. Okay, so mine was just the body minus the sleeves. do here. So it's just the body minus the sleeves, and I lengthened the jacket. I changed the sleeves because I wanted something a little more full. I wanted like more of a balloon kind of sleeve. So I just reshaped the sleeves, but I kept the body and made a straight skirt. And so I like to use patterns in upcycles because it just, I won't say it makes it easier, but it just gives you something to follow along. I don't think it's necessarily easier because you do have to piece the pieces together before you even put the pattern on top. But it's nice because then you have a guide. You all know a lot of times I just kind of shoot from the hip. I just start laying out fabric and I just cut it. But I know everybody can't do that, which is why I'm trying to do more upcycles with patterns in 2025 so that you can learn how to take those discarded denim or leather or whatever pieces and use a pattern to create whatever it is that you have going on in your mind. And a lot of times, like even with this wasn't exactly what I wanted. It was almost there, like the body of it was there, but it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. And so I had to make some adjustments. And as I start to use more patterns and upcycles, I will show you guys how to make some of those adjustments. So let's see what we got here. Good morning from Hollywood, Florida. Good morning. I have been to Hollywood, Florida. How do you take in a leather pencil skirt? Good question. I'm going to show you something that I did yesterday. I'm working on the two-piece men's halter and bolero outfit. Men's halter and bolero outfit. Oh, it's that 1-inch double fold. You know what? It's right here. Okay, this one doesn't have a label on it. Let's see. This was double fold bias tape. Oh, it doesn't even say how wide it is. So I use two kinds. I use this kind, which is, I got this, I think I bought this during the pandemic on Amazon. I still have a lot of it left. It just shows you how much comes on here because I use a lot of that in making those handbags, the ones we did last month. So this is about 1 inch. Just trying to see if I had a tape measure nearby. I may have to go grab it. But this is double fold bias tape. And then I also have the larger. And so I'm thinking that what you're working on is the 1 inch. So yes, it's about 1 inch. But if you need to use something wider, you definitely can. Full circle maxi denim and leather skirt patchwork type. Got it. Good morning from Atlanta. Hey, from Atlanta in the groove. I don't know. We're going to put this survey out about having our meetup either in Chicago or Atlanta. Atlanta's getting a lot of votes. So we might be in Atlanta. I know a lot of my Chicagoans want to stay home, but come on, come to Atlanta. So we'll see. I'm going to put a survey out and we'll figure out where we're going. Okay, what was I going to do? I was going to let me show you the dress that I made from this. I have the video is being edited. I don't know when it's going to go up. Maybe over the holiday when I'm trying to take a break, I might put it up. Good morning, meet up in Chicago. I know, Sean, you want to meet up in Chicago. I know, but Atlanta was so much fun. It was fun. Again, it's going to be, and yes, I have been effeminate. I have been thinking about doing two. If I did one in Chicago, it would probably be small. But again, I am going to put the survey out there and I'm going to let you guys decide where you want to go. And that's where we're going to end up. Majority will rule. And then the one that doesn't win, I will still probably I don't know when though. It will be some time before I do the second one, because I know that this first one, because I want to do the swap and the giveaways and the upcycling class and the shopping, it's a lot to do, especially because it's going to fall on the weekend that I have a show. So I have two shows in April, one in Chicago and one in Atlanta. So that's why the choice is between the two, and the timing will be based around one of those shows. So yeah, it will be fun wherever we meet, for sure. All right, I can't remember what I was about to do. I think I was getting ready to show you guys the dress that I made out of this, and then we're going to talk about patterns, how to read them, and just digging into that, because I am going to spend, like I said, a lot of 2025 using patterns for upcycles. So let me go grab this dress and grab some water, and I'll be right back. Let's see what's going on here. Something. Okay. All right. Let me make sure I have not missed anyone's comments. All right, let me go grab this dress and I'll be right back. All right, I am on my way back and got the dress, and I'm going to give you guys a little. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, you can attend the April show. Let me go grab these pants, because you guys asked about taking in a pencil skirt, and I'm going to show you what I did with a pair of pants yesterday that didn't fit. Okay. All righty. I will get you guys the information on the April show. We are still working with the venue to solidify all the details. We know the space is available, but there was an issue last year that we had with the bathrooms, and they're supposed to be putting bathrooms in so that we don't have to rent a portable restroom, not a porta potty, but you know, those high-end portable restrooms. They actually have full on toilet, sink, mirrors, very nice, but still it's an additional cost. So we're trying to work that out. I should have details probably right after Thanksgiving, but definitely before Christmas. I will post it. It will be in my description box, in all my videos from then on until April. And I would love to have you guys come regardless if we're doing the meetup here or not. The show is on a Sunday, and so it will probably be very difficult to do something. Well, it depends, it depends. Not sure yet. I'll confirm. So just, you'll either get the information on the next live, or I will put it in the community section, in the post section. So as soon as we solidify everything, I will post it there. Okay, so before we jump into the patterns, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek to something that I found at the thrift store this week. You guys know I am a Goodwill creator, and that allows me to go thrifting every month and bring you guys some great finds. And this is something that I got this week. This video will go live Thursday. I think it'll go live on Thursday. I was trying to let it go live tomorrow, but anyway, this is just just going to open it up. What do I have on the inside of here? Oh, just receipt. This is a Brandon Blackwood bag that was hardly used. It's still got the little plastic covers on the feet. And I just love it. It is leather, crocodile embossed leather. And it is so cute. You're going to see it in, I styled it up. And I just love it, y'all. And the other thing I really like about this is that you can use one strap and do crossbody if you want, or yes, I did. Yes, I did. Brandon Blackwood at Goodwill in pristine condition. Y'all hear me? Pristine condition. Yeah. I'll open it up. It's just the receipt on the inside. But yeah. So this was at a regular Goodwill store. The bins, you all have seen everything that I got. Yeah, that video went up. So you guys have seen that one already. But yeah, I've never had a Brandon Blackwood bag. I've been wanting one for a while, and now I got it. And I love it. I really love it. It's really nice. Yeah, I love it. I love the strap. It's so like the chain, super, super heavy, super, super heavy. It is so nice. So, so nice. And of course, you all know blue is one of my favorite colors. So there's that. Yeah. So just giving you a little sneak peek of what you'll see in the video. I'm pretty sure this is going to go up by Thursday. It's almost ready to go now. The video is titled How to Thrift Like a Pro. And I just, because I'm a Goodwill creator, I was able to get into the store early and just really show you guys around and, do some thrifting. Okay. So last night I went to an event and I was working on the video that's going to go up on Thursday. And I was going through the pieces that I found. And when I was at the thrift store, I was looking for something to match a jacket that I had picked up in my last thrift. And it was velvet. And the only other thing, I guess you can wear whatever with a velvet jacket, but I wanted to either wear velvet or I wanted to wear sequins because the event I was going to was like cocktail. And I didn't want to wear a dress. I wanted to wear pants because it was cold and I just didn't feel like I didn't want to wear a coat either. It wasn't cold enough to wear. You didn't have to have a coat, but I figured if I wore pants, then I definitely didn't have to do that. And so I bought these pants from Goodwill. They were they're a size 20 long, y'all. 20 long. You see that? 20 long. And I'll just show you. Because I was so busy all week, I did not have a chance to deconstruct them and put them back together. My intention was to come to you guys and I'm trying to take this dry cleaner tag off. There we go. My intention was to come to you guys and show you guys how to take a huge pair of pants like this and make them fit. But I was getting ready to walk out the door and I was like, I gotta do something with these pants. So I did something that I don't recommend, but the process is what is key here. So don't do as I do, do as I say. All right, so here are the pants. As you can see, these, okay, although this is not my waistline, but you see that these don't fit me, right? Okay. So what I ended up doing, because they were so many sizes larger than what I wear, I literally ran a seam down each side. And essentially, that's what you're going to do when it comes to a pencil skirt. Now, what should I do next after I run that seam down the side? I should open this up and press it flat. That is going to be a key thing. So if you have that pencil skirt that is too wide, you can run seams down the side. What you're going to do is take the skirt, turn it inside out, put it on. Take yourself, this is exactly what I did for these pants. Take yourself some pins, pinch it on the side, pin it, pinch it on the side, pin it, and then pin down all the way however tight you want it to be. Now, the thing about a skirt, it's going to depend on the fabric, how tight you want to pin it. If it's a stretch knit, you can pin it right close to your body, not a problem. But if it is leather or some other fabric that doesn't really stretch, you don't want to make it too tight, because when you get ready to sit down, you could split. Just put extra stress on the seams, and you don't need that. We don't need any extra stress anywhere, especially not on a seam. Okay, so let me show you what I did. And because of the way women's pants are made, and for some men, but mostly we'll speak about women's clothing, you'll often have a curve in the hip area. So you get this kind of bowing in the hip area. And if I were able to fit these pants at a size 20, they would fit me very nicely right in the hip, because they have this, I don't know if you can see it, maybe better from this side. Nope, can't really see it there either. Okay, yeah, you can see it on this side. See how there's kind of a little bit of a curve there? And so when you have a skirt, the skirt is going to have a natural curve in it. When you sew that seam down the side, you want to stay with the same. Uh-oh. How did that fall over? Hang on, you guys. I don't even know how that happened. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. What's important about the skirt is that it's probably going to go small in the waist, around the hips, and then straight down. And you want to make sure that you're either using a ruler or a, hold on. Okay. You want to make sure that you're using a ruler or a hem gauge to make sure that you're staying the same distance away from the original hem all the way down. Okay. So tell me about this pencil skirt. Is it denim? Is it leather? Is it polyester? Is it a stretch knit? What kind of pencil skirt is it? You just put it in the comments. All right. So for these pants, this side I think is better. Maybe this side is better. So I started right here at the waist, and I sewed down straight past the curve. And what I did like about these pants was that they were kind of wide here at the bottom, and they were long. And I love long pants. I like for my pants to be long. I don't like for them to be short. I want them to, when I wear a heel, I want the bottom of that pant to hit the ground. Just that is my preference. So when I saw these were 20 long, I knew I was going to have the length that I wanted. Okay, so I just came straight down, and then I ended like just below the knee and went right into the seam. Okay, I took that off, and I'll just show you. Here's another sneak peek into the outfit. Probably don't have one on here. Let's see. Let's see who else we got in here. All right. Yes, I did find it at Goodwill. Oh, thank you, In the Groove. Um, hey, from London, sewing as usual. All right. I love it. I love that you watch the videos and sew at the same time. I watch a lot of YouTube videos while I'm upcycling. Okay. Bodycon. So with a bodycon, that is a more like a stretch knit. So definitely want to make sure you have the right needle, but it's the same concept. With the bodycon, you can pin it very close to the body because it's going to stretch. So you don't have to worry about giving yourself extra room because it's going to stretch. Leather pencil skirt, no lining. Okay, so that should be not that shouldn't be too difficult. It does depend on how thick the leather is. Okay, if it is very thin leather, you can sew it on your sewing machine, no problem. I would either use a walking foot, depending on the weight of the leather. And I've sewn faux leather before, and one of the issues that I ran into was it sticking. Oh, you said it's very thin leather. Okay, then you should be good on your sewing machine. So I would, and what kind of waistband is on there? Is it a waistband like this, or is it a hidden waistband like, let me show you this leather skirt from the haul. You guys are getting all the goodies today. Okay, this is from the upcoming haul. This is a vintage Wilson's leather skirt that I got at Goodwill in the last haul. So what I wanted to know is it a waistband, a hidden waistband where it's the facing is inside like that, or does it have a regular waistband like that? I love this skirt, y'all. It is so soft. It feels so good. Yeah, I've had it on like 3 times already. Oh, elastic waistband. Oh, then that's even better because you can take the elastic out. You can not take the elastic out. You can take the stitches out at the waistband and you can sew the sides together, and then you can go back and reattach the waistband. So yes, that's an easy one to do. That's a pretty easy one to do. And you all let me know if you want to see more like alterations. I hate alterations. Like I don't do them for people, but I can definitely, you know, show and demonstrate things like that. But yeah, with an elastic waistband, that's even better. So I would just seam rip a little bit, at the top, and so that you can get in there and take it in the waist, and then sew it all the way down, and then take your seam ripper and remove a little bit of the hem, and then press all of that, and then put the hem back in, reattach the attach the waistband. Okay, so I was going to show you a picture of the pants. I don't know if I have a before and after, but yeah, I don't think I do have a before. I thought for sure that was in here, but mm-mm. Yeah. So anyway, this was a quick fix. I am going to go back and redo and, cut it lay the seams open, serge the inside, but I wanted to get in these and wear these before. So that was from last night. I just wanted to wear them and not, try to find something else. The event was all black, and I wanted to wear the black velvet pants. So I did these in like 5 minutes. All of this is actually thrifted from the last haul. The jacket was an ASOS thrift. The belt was also thrifted, and the shoes as well. And you guys will see those. I do not thrift underwear. So that bustier was something that I already had. All right, so let's dig into patterns. And I see a comment about alterations. Okay. All righty. Hey, DJ Queen Champion. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Anybody else here? Definitely, say hello in the chat. Tell me where you're from. And I love to know where you guys are from. I see the furthest person away is from London. So that's pretty cool. We love some London. All right. Patterns. So we're just going to start with this one that I used recently. And here's the dress. You guys saw it in the shorts, but you all haven't seen it. Let me come over this way so you guys can see a little better. Sorry, my place has got stuff all over. We are working feverishly over here. So here is the dress. And I think you guys saw this in my shorts. The show that I wore this to was called Floratica. And everything in the show was made from flowers. So I wanted my outfit to reflect the theme of the show. And so I sewed all of these denim florals all on the dress. And it turned out really, really nice. I really like this dress a lot. I'm going to an event tomorrow. I wish that I could wear this again, but it's been all over the internet. So we're going to wait until some other occasion. But anyway, so this just shows you how I took this pattern and made it into a dress. I kept basically the body, but I changed the sleeves and obviously changed the dress. I did these fuller sleeves because I wanted more of a balloon style. I put some elastic around the wrist. And then I did buttons down the front. I didn't do double-breasted like the pattern called. And then at the bottom of the dress, y'all, this dress is heavy. This dress is so heavy. And I had to use boning. I used more boning than they required because I knew I was going to need more structure because it was so heavy. And then when I wore this, I wore it with a belt to just keep it up. And I had absolutely no problem. This dress did not move 1 inch the entire night. So I'm just going to lift it up so you can see the bottom. I did a distressed at the bottom hem. So the jeans that I used, I cut them off where they were cut off at the knee. And that's how I was able to use the distressed bottom. And then I lined it. It's fully lined with this steel gray pote-de-soie fabric. Whoo, child. How long? So I started making these flowers when I was getting ready for that show at the 21C because I thought I was going to use the flowers for one of the jackets that was in the Blazers and Bubbles presentation. So I had some already made, but then I had to make more. And probably probably like 3 or 4 days. So I would come home after work and I would just make flowers. I would just make flowers every day until I got tired, literally until I got tired. And when I got tired, I stopped and I came back the next day. So that's part of what makes the dress heavy is the flowers. But the other thing is that the lining that I used is it's a really heavy pot de soie, which is a bridal satin. And I just wanted something. Take that pin out of there. I wanted something that was really substantial on the inside. I didn't want to feel the denim next to my skin because denim is kind of rough. And I wanted something that when you look at the inside, it looks just as beautiful as it does on the outside. And that's one of those keys that when you're sewing, you want the back. You want your piece to look as beautiful on the inside as it does on the outside. It should be neat. Those seams should be finished. The seam should be pressed flat. The top stitching, everything needs to be nice on the inside. So the back, it's plain. And I used a darker denim at the bottom in the back, and then I use a darker denim at the top in the front. So I just kind of flipped it. And I think this was like maybe four or five pairs of jeans. I thought about doing something else on the back, y'all, but by the time I got finished sewing all of those flowers on, it was like, whew, that's enough. So anyway, this is it. And I put 5 buttons on there. And don't y'all know, halfway through the night, one of my buttons popped off. I was so glad I put those buttons on there. I actually had a needle and thread with me at the event because I, of course, was rushing. And I was like, you know what? Just in case, I can run in the restroom and I can just sew that button back on. But I didn't need to because it was low enough on the dress. All right, so patterns. Let's see. How long did the flowers love? Oh, Brussels. Hello, Charlotte. What time is it there? It's like 2 or 3 o'clock. Yeah. Thank you. For the top stitching on jeans, what should the tension and stitching length be to replicate the original stitching? Well, it's been my experience that on most denim, well, it's going to depend on the machine too, because like my industrial number 3 stitch is pretty tight, but on my household machine, on my Opal, a 3 is a little looser or a little further apart. So I think what you should do is test it first on a piece of fabric and then put it next to the original stitching and see if it lines up. And then it depends too, like, are you doing stitching to create, I have a pair of denim something around here. Okay. So sometimes when I'm upcycling denim, I like to replicate that stitching. And I find that that's usually like somewhere about a 3 or a 4. And then I try to match the color too. So sometimes it's more orange. Lee is a little more yellowy. Like this is a little more yellow, not as much orange. And then the tension, you shouldn't have to change your tension on your machine at all. Now there are some machines, some of these newer machines that will adjust tension as you go. So you don't really have to worry about it, but it really depends on how many layers you're sewing over. But you shouldn't have to change your tension much. But I would just test it out like on another piece of denim and adjust the stitches and see if you can match it up and make it look the same. It's always nice when you can create the same stitch that was originally there. Okay, keep the questions coming. I will just answer questions as they come up, as they pop up on the screen. I think there might be a little bit of a delay, but when I look up and see the questions, and then if I didn't answer your question fully, just, let me know, and I will go back and answer it. You're welcome. Okay, so patterns. Now, I have a bunch of patterns that I picked up. They were having a sale, and I was like, ooh, let me get some patterns and do some upcycles. So this is one that you guys are going to see coming next year. This is the Nomi patterns, that one. And I like this one because it is straight up and down. It's not a whole lot of extra seams. I think this is a good one to upcycle. Let me show you another. I promised to do some bustiers. One, because I love bustiers, and two, a couple folks had asked me about doing them, and now I don't see the other pattern, but I got this one. I think this one is really nice. And because they have a fuller size model on here, I'm hopeful that the fit is a lot better. Yeah, so we're probably going to do a couple bustier upcycles. And then, let's see. This one's for the summer. I never got around to it, so you know how long I've had that. And I thought this was cute with the cutout back. I actually did an upcycle like this. In fact, I actually did an upcycle like this from a men's blazer. I don't have it handy, otherwise I would show it to you, but I did a cutout back in a men's blazer and tailored it. And then I took a men's blazer and I made it into an off-shoulder top. And actually, she wore it as a dress in the fashion show. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Somebody asked about taking in a jacket. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, depending on the look you're trying to get. So I have done men's blazers to fit me where I've just gone in and separated under the arm, the sleeve from the underarm seam. And I've gone in and just taken it in the side, gave it a little more shape, and then reattached the sleeve, obviously taking the sleeve in and then matching it back up. And that has worked if the shoulders fit. So if you have broader shoulders and you're trying to take a men's jacket and make it fit you, you're probably going to have better luck with that portion. But if you have more narrow shoulders and you're taking a men's jacket and you want to take it in, if it is a really oversized jacket, then that's going to be more challenging, because taking out the shoulders in a men's jacket, why is stuff falling behind me? What is happening here? But taking those shoulders out is not easy. This is another pattern that I want to do. I think that's really cute for the fall. I like to do this in an upcycle. Anyway, so taking in the sides is fine. You may run into some issues with the pockets. So depending on the pocket placement, if the pockets are placed close to the edge, then you will, I hope not. I hope not. But that is so weird. let me just tell you guys what happened. So when my mother passed away, I took her crystal table. She had these lead crystal tables. These things have to weigh like 70 pounds. I've lived here for a year. That table has not moved. So there's just the glass. The glass has not moved in over a year. That's what fell. And it fell, and it was so heavy because it hit, the back of the chair that I was sitting in, but has never moved. And I'm just stunned that it moved right now. And I didn't push the chair up against it or anything. So I don't know what happened, but I hope it wasn't an earthquake. And then this other thing fell off the table over here. So weird and so random. Okay. Anyway, let me get back on track. So, now somebody needs to remind me of what I was saying. I think I was talking about the patterns. Oh, I was talking about the shoulders. So there's a lot of detail and a lot of padding and a lot of interfacing and a lot of stitching that goes on in here. So my suggestion to you is, if you want to take a men's jacket to make it fit you, regardless of what size you are, small, medium, or large, as a woman, the shoulders, if you're a smaller woman, I would go with like a 30 or 32 size jacket. If you're a heavier or you have broader shoulders, then you'll probably be okay if you go into like a 34, size jacket. But try the jacket on and see how it fits in the shoulders, because that's half of the battle. That's half the work. That's a chunk of the work that you wouldn't have to do. If the sleeves themselves are a little big, then just taking in a seam up underneath here is pretty easy. But if it fits in the shoulder, then you're good to go. So that's my that's the way I would do that. I was saying about the pockets. So if the pockets are far apart, then when you do this side seam, you might run into a problem where the pocket is really close to the seam. So then it becomes down to aesthetic. Is that something that you are really concerned with? As long as you didn't sew over the pocket, you shouldn't have a problem with pressing the seams open and any of that. But those are the things that you may run into if you're trying to alter a men's jacket. You could also take darts in the back as well. So that's an option. But I would put the jacket on wrong side out, and I would take my pins and I would pin it on me all the way down. I would pin the darts in wherever I feel like I needed them. And then I would carefully flip the jacket over, try it on in the mirror, and see how that looks. Okay? See how that looks. That's my suggestion when it comes to altering a men's jacket, or even altering a woman's jacket that might be too big for you. Okay? Let me know if that helps about the taking in the jacket. Let me make sure I did not miss anything else. Shirley, I know you said there's no Goodwill outlet near you. I think they are building more. And I'm going to just tell you, this is what I learned. So clothes come into Goodwill, you drop off your donation. They try to get it out in the store within a week. And you guys saw from my last video, I dropped stuff off on a Friday. When I got there on Monday, my clothes were hanging up in the store. All the pieces that I dropped off were in the store. My heat just came on. Hang on. So they're quick. They're quick about getting things out. But these items only have a couple of weeks life in the store because they get so many donations in. So they're all tagged with a date stamp. So what happens sometimes when I'm shopping, I see some of the Goodwill employees in the store pulling pieces. And I'm like, those are good pieces. Why are y'all pulling them? I mean, it's not something that I am looking for at the moment, but sometimes it has been. Sometimes they were pulling something. I'm like, hey, can I have that? They take that, they put it in a bin, and they ship it to the outlet. So again, these items at the outlet are not like trashy. I mean, some of the stuff is, shouldn't even be out there, but there's a ton of stuff that, like those suede boots, those Via Spiga red booties, y'all, like I was stunned to see them. I saw this Tahari sweater that I didn't get, brand new with tags. It was like $100 sweater. So because people are getting rid of so much, and Goodwill, and other thrift stores too. I think Salvation Army is the same way. And some of these other local thrift stores, they get so much in, they have to move it out. And so I think that they are going to start building more outlets around the country, because in an effort to not be more wasteful. So if it doesn't sell at the store, then it goes to the outlet. If it doesn't sell at the outlet, then they package it up and they send it overseas. And I've actually been overseas when they've received these bins of all of this stuff that we just don't want anymore. I was in Egypt at a secondhand like market, and it was clearly items that had come from Goodwill and Salvation Army, and they were just like going crazy getting these pieces for like little or nothing. So I go to the bins, and my cost, I usually try to go up to 50 pounds. So I pay like $1.29 a pound. If I'm under 50 pounds, I'm $1.59 a pound. That's really, really good. So my last thrift was under $50, and I didn't go over 50 pounds. So I think I was at like 20, 25 pounds. But generally when I go, like the next time I go will probably not be until next summer, but I'm going to aim for getting over 50 pounds because I do want to be able to pay the lower price. Okay. So Kishma, I hope that was helpful on the men's jacket. Let's see what else. Canvey Island, Essex. Is that's Western Europe? Is that off of England somewhere? Barbara, I'm not sure. Canvey Island, Essex. That sounds like that's Western Europe. London, Bodycon. Hey, DJ Queen, Maria, Angel, Sean, Danita. Oh, you're in Rockford. Yes, you are not far. There's a Goodwill bins in Rockford. I have not been there, but I kept saying that I wanted to go there. And so I was so happy when they opened the Goodwill bins here in Romeoville, which is closer to me than Rockford. So I don't know what it's like there. And I've been to the bins in Nashville, and they're very different from the bins here in Chicago. So I'm just going to tell you, the bins here in Chicago, much like the bins are not deep. When I was at the Goodwill bins in Nashville, they had these big cardboard boxes, and you had to dig through I was overwhelmed and exhausted. By the time I got done, I could not. I was like, oh my gosh, is this worth it? And it was dark. And when I say dark, I mean the lighting just was not great. And the space was kind of small. And I just felt like it wasn't laid out very well. So again, I don't think each one of the outlets are created equal. I just say that. But I would like to visit the one in Rockford since it is kind of close. All righty. Right. You are not far from me, like less than 3 hours. Let's see. The back of the dress, we showed that. From top stitching, we did that. Sounds like a plan. Oh, yes, you got it. Okay, yes, you did hear it. All right, thanks for those tips on the men's jacket. I've been wanting to upcycle jackets. Yep. I love, love upcycling jackets. You guys saw the one that I just recently posted. I wore it during Fashion Week. Someone asked, am I going to share the DIY? And I will likely not share the DIY until next year. It is a design that I am working on for some shows, and it is a design that I am going to be actively selling. So once I get it out, I will share it. But that was this one. This was upcycled from a men's two-piece jacket, two-piece suit, and the you guys saw the short that I posted on that. Yeah. So, and I lined it with like this pink fabric that I had left over from God knows what. And the event that I went to, it was a fashion show, but it was a fundraiser for the Breast Cancer Imaging Center. And so a lot of people were wearing like touches of pink. So I'm not a pink person. I actually really don't even like pink, but I thought that the pink and the gray went together so well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to an event today and there's a color scheme and they've asked us to wear pink and gray. I'm going to wear the gray. I don't know if I'm going to wear the pink or not. I have now, since that last thrift haul, I do have that pink floral jacket, but I feel like that's out of season. That's more spring. And so I don't know. I have a gray dress that I'm going to wear. So I don't know what I'm going to wear on top of that. Let's see. Great documentaries on how what is shipped is affecting the environment in Africa. They're sometimes getting quite a bit of junk goods, no real way of disposing of product. Beaches are studded deep. Yeah. It's I don't know if I showed it in my Egypt video, but I did post a video from my trip to Egypt and thrifting in Egypt. And when I got there, I kept asking, where are the thrift stores, secondhand? And to them, it's different. It's not the same secondhand that we have here. And so they took me to an area where it's secondhand. And for them, these are new items from the United States that are like dead stock or items that they haven't sold. Like I saw tons of Adidas jackets and Adidas pants and things like that. And so these were things that the company no longer needs. And I think they call themselves being sustainable by not just tossing this stuff and putting it in the landfill, but they send it overseas and then they're vendors overseas who then buy those pieces and then sell those to people who are there. So it's extremely inexpensive. I mean, I think those Adidas track pants, had I had room, but trust and believe I would have bought them because I'm trying to do an upcycle. I know you guys have seen the skirt with the Adidas pants and then the flannel shirt or shirts in it. I want to do that upcycle. And I have a few Adidas pants already, but I could have used a few more for $1. Anyway, they sell all of this stuff in this is in Egypt in particular, in this huge market that is like 3 blocks wide and 3 blocks long. And people are crowded in there like that, just shopping. And yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself, you all have such a beautiful traditional dress. I would be wearing that dress all the time. I would not. But the novelty of wearing American clothing is a thing. And, you'll see like some of the ladies, when I was in Ghana, this was the same way. I saw, a bunch of stuff that came from the United States. And so they would have on their beautiful African like skirts and, garb and what have you. And then they would have on like a Nike shirt, and I was just like, okay, I'm over here trying to buy your native clothing and you're, wearing, pieces that I'm just like, getting rid of. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway, let's get back to the patterns. But again, any questions, just put them in here. If you just joined recently, tell me your name, tell me where you're from, and you guys tell me what kind of projects you guys are working on. We've got about 30 more minutes. I try to do this for about 90 minutes, one Saturday out the month. Let me know if you all want me to do this anymore, but it's always Saturday morning is always really good for me. But put your questions in there and, let me know what you want to know about. All right. So we're going to talk patterns for the next little bit until somebody posts a question. So you buy a pattern, you see this outfit, you're like, oh, I love it. I want to make it. I need this in my wardrobe. And then it sits in a box. Like my box right here. It sits in a box. 6 months later, you're like, man, I really want to make this. So don't be that person. Don't be like me. Okay. All right. So I love this little pattern. What I don't like about it is the length of the pants. For my body shape, I don't do well in short pants. It either needs to be a Bermuda short. It needs to be a narrow leg, like pedal pusher. I think that's what they used to call them, or crop pant. But it needs to be a skinny leg, or that's it. I could wear this if they were wide leg. Okay. I could do that. But the short pant on me, it feels awkward. I don't like it. So I would definitely lengthen this. I love this. The thing I love about it is the corset top. Y'all know I love a corset top. This sweater is kind of made like a corset top. I wear corsets all year round. I love them. So you will see them on me all the time. I went to this, if you follow my stories over on Instagram, I went to a BMW event, wore a corset. It was cold outside. I didn't care. Had on my corset. I had a jacket on over it. Last night, I went to another event, wore my corset. I make corsets out of denim. I make them out of men's suits. I make them out of whatever I can find. I have not made a leather corset yet. So I think I need to do that. From Georgia, working on a reversible bomber jacket. I like it. I love it. Did you make your pattern or did you use a pattern? And DJ Queen, you're asking, how can you make your own patterns? So one of the ways you can make your own pattern is from a garment that you already have. So for instance, like these pants, I could take them apart and make pattern pieces out of them. So what I've done in the past is I have taken like a pair of pants apart, and then I'll use muslin, which is a cotton or cotton blend fabric. It comes in like this kind of beigey, wheatish color. And it's usually used for draping and pattern making and design for schools. So I use the muslin to create my pattern. And in that way, I don't worry about it tearing. I don't worry about, any of that. But I will take the pieces, lay it out on the muslin, trace around it, cut it out, keeping in mind your seam allowances. And then that's one of the ways that you can create patterns. The other way is you can buy like $500 pattern software, and you can create patterns that way. I have not made that investment yet. I have a lot of designs that drafting patterns is a long process. And I love the fact that we are now in the modern age of technology that I'm sorry, I'm looking at my dog. He had surgery yesterday, so I'm going to grab him in a second. But the fact that you can use a program and create a pattern, I love that for us. Let me go grab him really quick. He went to the dentist and they removed the rest of his teeth. So he is now toothless, my baby. He's 12. And they say that, they're fine without their teeth. They can still eat. And he ate very well this morning, but he also ate, and I put his medicine in the food. So he is so drugged up right now. And I think he just woke up from a nap and he was like, what is going on here? Why are you so loud? Why are you talking? So anyway, my baby. So I'm just going to hold him for a minute because he was being a little whiny. Let's see. The light music videos are relaxed to have fun too. Jen, watching from the UK. Yay. I love the full length pants too. Yes, I love a long pant. You're using Simplicity pattern 8418. Was that one that I have here? Let me see. 8418. Simplicity 8418. Let's see. It's a jacket. Is it the jacket? Let me know if it's the jacket. Oh, yes. The bomber jacket. Yes. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Good luck with that. Can you send me a picture? You guys who are creating the things that I'm showing you, giving you tutorials on, when you finish them, please email them to me because I am working on a video for December where I want to showcase you guys pieces. I hope I don't miss anybody because some of you all have sent them to me in Instagram inbox and they gotten buried. So please email them to me and share your projects because some of you guys are doing such wonderful things. I love it. I'm so inspired by it. It just makes me feel really good that you guys are trying some of these things out because, sometimes I get some comments and people are like, who's going to make that? I don't really care. There's one thing about being over 50, you don't really care anymore. But to know that you guys are actually trying it and, stepping out there and, just trying out these different projects. I love it. I love it. So I want to share in a video towards the end of the year. It'll probably be my video. Every year I do a video where I recap all of my upcycles for the year. And I think it's going to be in that video. Yes. Monthly on Saturday. Excellent time. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like this. Yes, there is a software. It's expensive. When I say expensive, I think it's between $500 and $1,000. To me, that's a lot of money. So, if you got it and that's something that you want to make an investment in, then by all means. I believe Adobe makes a pattern software. I don't know, I don't know. I've been thinking about it because I have all of these ideas for designs in my head and it is a lot of money. And I would like to share some of these patterns in a digital form so that people could buy them and make them themselves. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll make that investment, but for right now, we'll just keep doing YouTube. But yes, that to me, that's a lot of money. And if if I'm gonna have a huge learning curve to, use the software, then I'm not gonna get my return on investment soon. Given the fact that I just don't have a lot of time. When I get home from work, y'all, I'm tired. So most of the when you see me recording videos, a lot of times it's on the weekends, because when I get home, I'm just busted. And if I do a little sewing, it might be for a couple of hours, but I had to get my sleep. So, okay. So we've got 20 more minutes. Let's talk patterns again. So we're going to go with this one because this is the one that I really like. This is McCall's. Pretty much most of the companies are owned by the same company now. Most of them have merged. For the exception of like Vogue, they might be the only one that is kind of off on their own. But Simplicity, Butterick, and McCall's, I believe they're all the same. Now, one important thing, if you're just starting out, you want to see right up here in the top, you see where it says Moins Facile. So that tells you that this is a easy pattern. You want to, or I wouldn't say easy, but it's not difficult. Like, I know I got one here that is, well, this one says, yeah. So that one is Moins Facile. So that's average. And then some of them are, I'm trying to see if there's one in here that says it is easy. Nope. I don't think I have one that's just like straight easy. They're all average. Yep, they're all average. So if you're starting, so this one, this McCall's, has it broken down in 3 different languages. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, you guys. Yes, it does. And that's what you want to look for. You want to look to see how easy or difficult is the pattern that you're going to work on, because that is going to determine how long it's going to take you to finish. So this one is average or intermediate or mildly, somewhat easy. That's what the moins facile means in French. So I typically don't really pay attention to that, only because I've been sewing for so long. But like this one that I did, this Vogue one, you see what it says? Advanced, plus difficile, plus difficile. That means it is more difficult. It is advanced. So this pattern I would not start with. So try to go with something that's a little more simple if you're just starting out, especially if you're doing a upcycle. You definitely don't want to put yourself in a position where not only, oh, thank you, Effeminate. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so important. I should have said that at the top of the video. Please like, you guys. When you guys are watching the videos, the likes are super, super important, and they don't cost you anything. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. So you definitely, on top of having to deconstruct the fabric, on top of having to piece the pieces back together, and then have a difficult pattern on top of that, don't do that to yourself. You don't have to. So this one, again, this one's average. Yeah, this one's average. And then look at the diagram on the back, and that gives you a sense of the seam lines. What I like about this is the back of it, the back of the corset has elastic. We like that. That way we can eat and not have to worry about feeling too tight in our clothes. So I like that. That's what it looks like. It looks like there's elastic in the back. That looks like elastic to me. It's got pockets on the back. I don't think I'm going to put pockets on mine. I think I just want it I don't think I want pockets on the back of mine. But anyway, that's what it tells you. And then the other part, then you want to look to see how size inclusive is the pattern. Okay, this over here. Yeah, here are your sizes over here. Now, don't worry that the pattern size that you fall into is larger than your regular dress size. Now, I wear about a 6, and in patterns, I wear about a 8-10, depending on the cut. So I'll be interested to see what works here. Now, let me tell you about this pattern. Before y'all go out and run out and buy it, let me just tell you. And I'm going to talk about this in the video. I am a triple D cup. Okay. This pattern, the bodice comes in all cup sizes A through D. All right. So I'm thinking, let me do the D because I'm a D, right? And I figured since I'm a triple D, then, if I use a D, it should work. So then I was like, you know what? That's always too big. Let me drop down to the C. So I cut somewhere between a C and a D. And do you all know when I tried that thing on, it was so big. It was so big. And I had to take the whole front of the bodice off and redo the top of the dress. So again, when they say more difficult, it's things like that you need to know and be aware of, because I didn't even realize at first that they had cup sizes, that they had the different cup sizes available. And then once I started cutting out the pattern pieces, I was like, oh, well, let me definitely do this. So I ended up, you guys, using between an A and a B cup, and it worked out just fine. And part of the reason that I could go down like that is because I typically wear minimizer bras, and that helps. Oh, he's whining. So sorry. Hope you guys don't hear that. Let's see. I do go thrifting. I go thrifting. My daughter and I went to the Salvation Army last night, found a few things. I found 2 nice men's shirts. Daughter found winter coat and shoes. That's great. Whenever I'm buying shirts and coats, I'm always looking at the necks, the sleeves, the collars, the wear. You want to try to get something that doesn't have a lot of wear. I really don't like those patterns, too many pieces, paper too thin. So a couple things that I used to do years ago when I used to only sew from patterns, I would buy tape. And after I would cut my patterns out, I would tape the back of the pattern, or before I would cut them out, I would tape. And when I cut the pattern out, that would give the stiffness to it, because patterns they fall apart so easily. And so I use tape on the back of them. Are pockets difficult? I don't think so. I don't think pockets are difficult. I wish we had a little more time. I'd show you how to do one, but I don't think pockets are difficult. I like putting pockets in my clothes. I think that they're convenient. I think that, they add to the style of the outfit. I like pockets. Yeah. The easier ones to me are the pockets that are in the seam, as opposed to a pocket that, is either on an angle or something like that. Yeah, exactly what I did. They were new looking. Great. Yeah, I love pockets on dresses and skirts. When something has pockets, it just makes me happy. So check out when you're looking for patterns, look at the sizes, make sure your size is included. and look at the measurements for each one, and look to make sure you have enough fabric. If something says you're going to need 5 yards of fabric and you're upcycling and you are doing like a denim upcycle, or you're using pieces of fabric from different places, just know you got to come up with 5 yards of that. So definitely something to take into consideration. Seeing people fuse interfacing to pattern pieces. Yep. Yeah, if you know you're going to use it a lot and you know that size and design. Uh-oh. Okay, what's going on here, Jax? I need you to. Okay. Poor thing. If you know you're going to use it a lot, then definitely you could put interfacing. And that's an easy way to do it too. Fusible interfacing. Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to know about patterns? Most patterns come with the seam allowance included. So I think there's only one pattern company that doesn't include seam allowances. And I don't know if they're still doing that. I forget the name of them. And then, I use a lot of patterns from Mood, the free patterns from Mood. I strongly suggest those, although you will use up paper and ink. So even though the pattern is free, you are going to have paper and ink cost incurred. But I like the Mood patterns. And in some cases, the seam allowance is included. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I don't want to start anything given the time. We got like about 10 minutes left. Last time we were at 10 minutes and then we started a juicy conversation and we ended up on here for 2 hours. And y'all know I still have not finished those projects. So I have a show here in Chicago on December 13th. We have a dress rehearsal tonight. And I'm going to kind of get a sense of what the show is going to be like. And I'll let you guys know, anybody that's here in Chicago, if you want to attend. I don't know that they have the location down yet. I think they're still trying to figure out the location. So they asked me to participate. I'm excited about it. I'm really glad that I don't have to do a whole lot, because I don't really have a lot of time to sew right now, other than projects that I'm working on for YouTube. So a lot of the pieces that you already have seen are going to be in this show, because it's a different audience, and some pieces I have not even shown on Instagram or here on the channel. So there's that. All right, you guys. Well, I hope today was helpful. I hope you learned a little bit, gave you a little sneak peek into some of the thrift finds that are going to be in next week's video. I was going to try to get a video out tomorrow, but I'm probably not going to make it because today is a full day. I'm going to a book launch. You'll see all of this in an upcoming vlog. And then we have the rehearsal, which you'll also see in the vlog. And then I do want to go ahead and start sewing those rhinestones onto my jeans and that shirt, because I really want to wear that the night of the show. So yeah, you're welcome, Shirley. Don't forget to give a thumbs up on this video, give thumbs up on the other videos. Those, that really, really goes a long way. My goal is to get to 20,000 by the end of the year. We're at 19 one. So we're looking at 900 more people by the end of the year. And the way that the videos get pushed out is when people like. And because that means that you liked it. And if you like it, then YouTube will push it out to more people. So really hoping to get to 20K by the end of the year. I know it's a lofty goal, but I think we can get there. And we really appreciate you guys helping me to make it there. But yeah, and thanks for the reminder of Feminine to folks to like. I saw a big thumbs up on the screen when somebody hit like. So I don't know if that happens every time. Oh, for sure. For sure. If I come to Rockford, I will definitely let you guys know. I'm trying to do and you guys are getting this. You most of you all have stayed on here the whole time. So I try to give you a little nuggets towards the end. But they're opening a new Goodwill here in Chicago. It's in the Avondale neighborhood. So I'm going to get a sneak peek. I hope I can go there in the evening or early morning. And I want to go live from the store. I want you guys to thrift with me in real time. Like, I really want to do that. I almost did it last Saturday, but it was just too much happening. And so I didn't. But I think that would be really cool for you guys to watch as I'm thrifting. So I just have to make sure I have a backup battery for my phone and give you guys enough notice so that you know that it's coming. Maybe I'll do it on one of these Saturday lives. I'll see when the December Saturday live is going to be. Maybe I can do it then. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. I love sharing with you guys. And hope to do more next year. You guys tell me what you want to see during the live. I can do an upcycle in real time. I can cut out a pattern and show you how to do that. I can start a project during the live, but obviously it will I'll have to finish it in a separate video. So I think what I'm going to do is do the finishings, tack that on to a video that I'm doing, because the videos by themselves, the lives don't do well as far as views. The likes come from the folks, obviously, that are here on the live, but the lives don't do that well as far as actual traction, but they do well for the channel itself. The more I go live, the more people are like, oh, what's going on? And then they come over and then they realize what the channel is about. So sure. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. And, thanks so much for all the likes and the loves. And I just look forward to meeting you all. And I hope that most of you all will be able to make it to our meetup. Not only are we going thrifting, but we're going to have an upcycle class, and we are going to have a swap. So start pulling all of your things together, whether that's fabric or clothing, gently used or new clothing pieces, and bring yourself a suitcase full of that so that you can go away with fabric and clothing. We're going to do a fabric and clothing swap. We're going to find a good place to have dinner. And like I said, the upcycling class, we're going to go thrifting. And I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, yes. So my newer phone, the battery is amazing. It lasts so long. So I pretty much will use that and then stick the charger in. DJ Queen, so we're looking at sometime in April, but I don't know if it's going to be Chicago or Atlanta yet. So if you have subscribed to my newsletter, which hopefully you have by now, if you haven't, subscribe to my newsletter. It is JenRestyleFashion.blog, BLOG. subscribe to my newsletter because that's where I'll be updating you on the meet and greet. I will also be sending out a survey for you to take to let me know whether you prefer Atlanta or Chicago. The majority will win. And that's where we'll end up going, where the majority will say. I'm hoping at least 10 people will show up for the meet and greet weekend. We'll start off on Friday with a kind of get to know you, networking, kind of, get together, dinner or something. Saturday, we are going to go thrifting. And then probably, we're probably going to go to about 5 thrift stores. Yeah, about 5 thrift stores. And then we'll rest. And then Sunday, we will do an upcycling class. And then we'll do our swap. And then people will head home on Sunday evening. I think that's the way it's going to go. I think it depends because the show in Atlanta is on a Thursday. I believe it's on a Thursday or Friday. So we'll have to work around that. And the show in Chicago is on a Sunday. So there's that. So the show, if we do Chicago, then the show will be, the end of what we might do is do the swap after the show. Or maybe we'll just do it on Saturday. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But Atlanta has gotten a lot of traction and a lot of you guys want to go there. And Tammy's there, so that'll be fun. But yeah, subscribe to my newsletter. And I try to send that out like every week or once every other week. I'm trying to get, a regular cadence down, but it's tough, you guys. It's a lot of moving parts. So anyway, I will send updates there. I also am picking a winner every month for the giveaway. I am getting ready to select a winner this weekend. And the giveaway is it might be patterns, it might be clothing that you can use to upcycle. It might be some sewing supplies. It could be anything, actually. So it'll just be a box of goodies. So yeah. So definitely, get subscribed so that you can be in the running to win one of the giveaways. But I'm doing that every month. I'm doing a giveaway. So I thought that would be pretty nice. All right. Michigan will support that in December. Okay. In December. Yes, I will for sure. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to sign off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed chatting with you. I'm going to tend to this little baby who is so not feeling well. But in a couple of days, he'll be back to his normal little feisty self. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like. Press that like button. Appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Oh, I forgot. If you are on Instagram, please go over to Instagram and there are 2 posts, two reels. There's 2 reels and a post from my partnership with Goodwill. Please go over there and show some love. Put 2 green hearts if you're coming from this video and like those videos. It's in the last 3 or 4 videos that are up. Please go over there and like those videos. The more likes and comments that they get will ensure that I will get past this trial period with them and be able to continue to work with them in 2025. It's so much fun. I really, really, really have enjoyed doing the thrifting at the Goodwills and just showing you guys like the behind the scenes. So please go over to Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Jen Restyle Fashion on Instagram. If you aren't following over there, please do. And show me some love on those posts that are partnering with Goodwill. And thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you for getting on here today and sharing with me, what you're working on and where you're from. It just makes me feel so much more connected to you guys. So thank you. Love you guys. And I will see you next Thursday. We have a haul coming. A Goodwill. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I have another video that's coming out. I have a partnership with a lingerie company, and it's a really good one because I also have a bunch of new pieces that I got in, so they're in that video too. So there's 2 videos coming. If the brand approves the video, oh, look at the balloons. If the brand approves the video today, I will post it tomorrow. But if they don't, then it'll go up on Tuesday. And then we have the thrift haul from Goodwill. So we got 2 more videos coming up. And then I also have an upcycle coming your way as well. So lots of good stuff coming. But definitely please go over to Instagram and love on that post. And, let me know you came from YouTube. So, all right, you guys, once again, I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Oh, hey, Mystic Chick. Oh, that's okay. You can watch it from the beginning. It's 90 minutes. It's super long, but you can definitely catch up. I know you said yesterday you were like, "Oh, I'm not going to miss it." I don't know. Do they send you guys a notice that I'm here? How do you find out that I'm on? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I want his little mouth to heal quickly. He's so sad with with being drugged up. But yeah, definitely watch the replay. Watch the replay. Oh, you weren't on your computer. So do they send do you get an alert on your phone from YouTube? You guys got to turn your notifications on too. So for my favorite YouTubers, I have my notifications on if they go live, if they, post a video or a short or put something in the community. So, oh man, you got a notification, Shirley. Okay, great. Yep. You enjoy your weekend too. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How did y'all do the balloons? How did the balloons come up like that? That was so cool. That was so cool. Thank you, whoever put the balloons up. It doesn't tell me who did them. So I don't know if you guys can hear. They are blowing leaves outside. Every time I start talking, I hear brrr. So, all right, you guys. Watch the replay, and I will see you guys. Like I said, 3 new videos coming up. Both of them are partnership videos. One with the lingerie company, and then new in items because I've been doing a little shopping. And then the other one is the Goodwill, how to thrift like a pro. And then the other one is an upcycle. So great. I'm glad you guys are getting the notices. Yes, thumbs up. Thumbs up. I'm glad you guys are getting the notice. So let me just tell you the next date, and I'll put this in the comments. I will put it in the comments. The next live will be on December 14th. December 14th at 8:00. Don't forget, I will start mentioning the lives in my videos. I always forget to mention it, and now I will mention it in the videos. So December 14th, Saturday at 8 a.m. noon. Put in your calendars. We're going to go live. You guys got to let me know what you want me to do. I'll come up with something, but let me know what you're interested in. Like the bucket hat one was a really good one. That was a really, really good one. So if there are other things like that that you want me to work on. All right, you guys, I'm going to go because I've got a ton of stuff to do today. And I'm going to bring you all along. So I'm going to have my camera with me today and take you to the book signing, take you to rehearsal. And then I have a brunch to go to tomorrow. And then we're going to wind down on Sunday to get ready for this work week. Because you would think at the end of the year, things would start to slow down, and they are not. They are so busy at work. So anyway, there's that. All right, you guys, love you much. And thank you all so much for all the love and everything. See you later. Bye.